Video 2 of 5. This is Homepro, customer Fraser. This is the laundry room area and the master bath. Here we've got the opening here for the folding area. One thing I did notice here, I had a 34 cabinet on two sides. That's going to be real tight, so we're going to go ahead and change these to 33s with 1-inch fillers to make sure we don't have any problems with that. 21-inch depth. This is exactly 24 inches, so 21-inch depth. These electrical outlets here, no problem, that works out. On this wall here, again, I looked and I've got a 30. I need a filler against the right. We'll make that a 29 with a filler, so it'll work out when we get that change made. Stud measurements are exactly 72, and as far as that goes, the offset here, you've got the 2 plugs. That's perfect, no problem. This is on your sink range, or excuse me, washer and dryer wall. On this particular wall, I'm pulling from the end, which is where our cabinets are going to come past the end of this. From the end of this, I have a 3-inch panel. I have 60 inches for a washer and dryer, and I have another 3-inch panel. That comes up to within 1 inch, 1.5 inches of this box. Now this box, that would put this box right there in the drawing. That is above a sink area, so I put above a sink question mark here. If you look, if we put the sink on the center of the window, and we're looking at left to right, that's going to give us the sink being about a 15 to 19-inch sink. It cannot be a big 30-inch sink or anything. It's going to be about, it's probably going to be about a 20-inch sink to be in the center. But if we're looking at the base cabinet, if I'm trying to get a pull-out trash can here, the base cabinet will be slightly off-center to the right. I don't know whether or not this outlet is going to be permissible near a sink like this. Again, especially if it's going to be close to the side of it. So again, the actual layout of this is where I have the room to put it. Here to the edge is 33. The sink is going to be not centered to the window. The window is going to be off center of about 4 inches off center of where this sink is. And that's where we can get a trash can to go here to the left. All the measurements work out fine though. The other thing we talked about last time was the build out of this and how that's going to push the washing machine and everything forward from where it's at. I don't know that it's a problem at this point if you're going to build this in or if it's going to be visible, but the spacing in here, when you look at 34 inches or so, you're going to have just maybe 28 inches or so to walk in, 30 inches to walk in. So this is quite tight right here. If you have a way of putting this in the wall or getting it further back, that's going to be really good for this walk space. This walk space is very tight right here on the inset. I have these panels on the left and right hand side. I have them at 32 inches deep, so I can trim them down. But again, that's just because of how wide the space is. Let's go take a look at the master bath right through here. So here I've got you a master bath final. Center line of this sink is 53.5 from the right hand wall, 119.5 from the right hand wall for this one. These outlets are at 3681 and 137. And let's show you where that at. This is where the original plumbing is. It'll have to be moved. This is your new center line of sink with your offset left and right for your hot and cold. And then right here, this is the new center line of sink, offset right and left. Again, just got to be moved over. When I look at the outlets on this one, 36 works out good here for an outlet. That one will have to be omitted. It's behind a tower. And 81 inches works out good here on this side. And then at 137, there'll need to be some blocking added here to where it to be at 137. Now the reason I'm putting those where they're at is it puts them, you know, they're going to be at the normal height, not like you see in my drawing at the normal height, but that puts them just to the right of this tower unit, just to the left of this tower unit, and then that way this receptacle will be just above the desk area. So that all works out just fine for those. Have you any questions about this in this room? I think that's going to be I'm sure it is a sliding door, so that'll be built into depth without any problem. If you have any questions about this, feel free to give me a call at 423-650-1051. Video 3 is coming up next.